Hi everyone, it's Tammy at Frou-frou Studio and welcome back to my channel. I am going to be starting a new series today, and it's a Craft Along With Me series, so I hope you will join in for some crafting and some chatting and just general relaxing and having some fun. In fact, I am going to call this series Relax, Revisit, and Remake. And what I'm going to be doing is going through my personal journals. I have a couple that are full of things that I have made in the past that I wanted to remind myself down the road of how I did them. And so I'm going to be every week flipping through my journals and picking a piece of ephemera to focus on and go back and remake and show you guys how I did it. And I hope you will join along and make it with me as I am going through some of my favorite makes. So with that being said, and to kick us off and get us started, I am going to start with a little woven tag. I had a couple of people comment about it when I put it in my Junk Journal Madness journal for February, my Forest Woodland journal. And so I thought I would show you how I made this. And as I mentioned before, I saw this originally on Gail Augustinelli's channel, I don't know, 2 years ago, maybe. And it is just one of my favorite little pieces of ephemera to make because it's a great way to use up those little 6x6 pieces of scrapbook paper that you may have in your stash that you may otherwise not ever use. So what you're going to need is 2 pieces of 6x6. If you want to use 6x6, you could get it out of 1 piece of 12x12, or you could get it out of scraps. The reason that I use the 6x6 is usually if you have the little 6x6 pads, all the papers coordinate, so it doesn't matter what 2 you pick, they're kind of going to go together. So I am going to use these 2, and preferably you want something that's double-sided, but you don't have to use something that's double-sided. That's totally up to you. It just makes it easier to use something double-sided because then you can alternate what your pockets look like and your tags. But if you don't want to do that and you want everything to be the same, or you want all the pockets to be out of one sheet and your tags to be out of the other, that's fine too. Whatever, look that you want, it's going to work as long as you use the measurements. So what you're going to need, I'll do supplies first, so if you are going to craft with me, you can run and get whatever you need and then come back to the video. These are great for math making. When you maybe don't have an idea of what you want to do, or you get stuck on a project you're working on, you can pop these together and, like I said, do some, not getting rid of your stash, but calming down your stash a little bit. It sounds insulting when you say get rid of, when we all feel paper is so precious. But anyway, so you'll need 2 pieces, at least 6 by 6, coordinating papers, whatever you want to use for that. And then you'll need something to decorate your tags if you wish to decorate your tags. This paper's pretty ornate, so I probably won't do anything else with it. But if you have a pattern that's not as ornate, is more plain, you might want to do like I did in this one and put these little stamps on it and then stamp it, you know, with a postmark or something like that, because these papers were fairly plain. And then you'll need a hole punch to make your tag, hole reinforcers if you want to use those, and glue and scissors, and that's probably about it. So go grab those things, pause the video, and then when you come back, we'll get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we are going to determine which sheet of paper we want to be our pockets. I think in this particular case, I want to make my pockets out of this one, I think. And so you need 4 pieces that are 4 inches by 2 inches. So if I take and cut 4 inches off this, and then I cut my 4 2-inch pieces. Whoops, that one slid. That one may be a little crooked. And then this one should be 2. And then the 2 pieces that I cut off, about did that wrong. I can cut to 4. And that will give me my 4 2-inch wide pieces. And all I have left is this little square. Okay. On the second one, I want 4 pieces that are 3 inches by 1.5 inches. So if I start with my 1.5 inch dimension, and cut that in half, that gives me 2 pieces. And then if I do that again and cut at 1.5 inches, and then my 3, that's not 1.5 inches. That is. And then cut that by 3. Then that gives me my 4 tags, and I shouldn't have this, that's where I cut it wrong. Then I have this piece left. So out of 2 6 by 6 pieces, I have this little square and this piece left that I can use for something else. Okay? So now what I have is I have what's going to become my pockets, and then I have what is going to become my tags. So the easiest way to do this is to lay your pieces down on the table, okay, and then you're going to put one under and over. And then you're going to put one over and under. Okay? And that's what you're going to end up with. And then that gives you your 4 pockets. You got a pocket here, 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 and here. Alright? So when you go to glue them together, once you get everything all straightened up and pushed together, this takes a little bit of finagling, and you need to make sure your cuts are pretty right on. Then you're going to glue the outside corners. Okay? So I'm going to take my art glitter glue, which I have not used this morning yet, so hopefully it's going to cooperate. And I'm going to glue here, and try to get those as lined up as you can. You can always trim them if you don't get them exactly right, but you want to try to get that woven part as tight as possible. See, for some reason I'm not. There we go. And then, see, I'm already off kilter. All that pattern on this paper. Kind of playing tricks with my eyes. Okay. Like I said, it does take a little bit of finagling to get that, or it does for me. You guys may be able to zap them right together. Okay. So then, and that one is still gonna be off kilter a little bit. Okay. There we go. Alright, so then we're gonna glue this one. I'm gonna quit fiddling with it and just glue it. And pull this one in. I think I didn't cut my papers exactly right, but that's okay. Sometimes that cutter, if you don't pay attention, you get things kind of crooked. And I think that's what happened in this case. But it'll work. It'll be just fine, especially since this pattern is so strong. Yeah, I think I got 2 of them a little longer than the other 2, but we'll fix that. Pocket, 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 pocket. Okay. Alright, so now I have them all glued together. And I am going to take my scissors and even that up a little bit. Where I got those 2 pieces longer. So make sure that you do cut them evenly, more evenly than I did. I should have used my Fiskars trimmer instead of that guillotine. Okay, so now we've got our little pockets and we can move on to create our little tags. And for that, you can do whatever you want to the corners. I'm going to use my little crocodile here and chomp off the tops. And then I'm going to put my holes in and my hole reinforcers. And then you can choose to, if you want to ink, if you want to ink them, depending on what kind of look that you want. Usually when I'm making something like this, unless I'm making it for something that I'm doing at the moment, I won't ink, especially with a pattern like this, because a pattern like this is probably not going to be in a grungy journal, you know what I'm saying? So, I would reserve the inking until I knew what kind of journal I was going to put it in, and then make a determination of whether you know, I wanted to ink it or not. And then I'm going to grab some hole reinforcers. And speaking of, this is another great thing that you can do when you're maybe having some kind of creative block or just want something to do while you're watching television or, you know, whatever, is take your distress inks and take a stack of these hole reinforcers and ink them with all kinds of different colors. And then when you go to put them on your tags, you can choose what color that you want to use for that particular tag. And what I do is I bought, you know, and they come in sheets like this, and there's probably, I don't know, 100 of them in there. And so what I do is, I put that on very crooked. I do them whole sheets at a time. Oh, what is with it? I can't center it over that hole for some reason. I do whole sheets at a time, each in each distress color, and then I staple them all together so, you know, I can grab the whole stack. And I've almost used all these. I actually need to do some, but I think this is Black Soot, and this is a Vintage Photo, And this one looks like it's antique linen. So you can see just the different colors. I did have some green ones and that I did. And let's see, I did green and hickory smoke, which comes out lighter than these. Now mine are the kind of shiny plasticky ones. If you have the paper ones, which is what I prefer, and actually what I thought I was ordering when I ordered them and they got here, and that isn't what they were. But you can, the color will be much, in other words, if I had done a paper one in black soot, it would look more black than that, is what I'm trying to say. So then I'm just going to alternate my tags, front and back. And put them in my pockets. So you can see this one's very busy. And I may want to, when I go to put it in a journal, put something on here to make it stand out better. Or I may want to put something behind it, like maybe some book page or something like that, to kind of break up all that pattern. So there we go. There's our little woven tag. Now these, I missed the spot, are made to glue down on the page. So if you only have single-sided paper, then you could still use them. I don't want to say that you have to have double-sided paper. I just prefer to use the double-sided paper because it allows me to flip-flop. So let's do another one. I've already got one cut over here. Again, this is paper out of the same paper pack, and it's two 6x6 pages, just like the other one. But what I did for this one is I picked two of the same page. I didn't pick two different pages. So again, we're going to start with these two. And again, my links are off. Okay, these two. And then we're going to take the first one and put it over and under. And then we're going to take the second one and we're going to put it under and over. Just like when you were weaving paper when you were in school, if you guys did that. Okay, and then we're going to glue around the outsides. Get in there. Seriously, you're going to give me a hard time again. Alright, so we're going to glue them around this one. Then here. Just be sure and don't get your glue too far up in there, because if you do, your tags are going to be too wide to fit in your pockets. You don't want that. Okay, so now we have our 4 pockets. And that one came out a little better. Still got one piece that's a little bit crooked. I'll know next time to not use that guillotine. To cut it. Ew, made that one worse, I think. There we go. So there's our pockets, and then let's make our little tags here. Thought that one went a little haywire. Okay. And we'll put our angles on there. Now, if you prefer to do just straight tags like that, you could do that as well. You wouldn't have to put an angle on them. Or you could round the corners. So let's, on these, leave the top straight and round the corners on the bottom. That makes it look more like a price tag to me, which is also kind of cool. Let's do all 4 corners. There's nothing that says we can't. And I'm using the 1/4-inch side on the crocodile. If you have this one, if not, any corner rounder will do. Okay. Now these I probably would put some kind of decoration on them, because the paper is more subdued. They would also look really cute if you took some, oops, I missed gluing that one, some lace and put in the holes. That would look cute. That's probably what I would do with these, depending on the journal. You could also rip some denim down really narrow and use denim. But I'm thinking these would look cute with some kind of fabric. Like I said, just be real careful that you're not getting your glue line too thick, so your tags will fit. Oops, tried to put that one the wrong way. So there's another one. This one, because it's got that denim, makes me want to round these corners as well, because it kind of reminds me of what a jeans pocket would look like. So I'm going to round that. And then I'm going to ink this one just because I think this one would look better inked, regardless of what I put it in. So I'm going to get gathered twigs. And again, if you're not sure, wait. But I think, you know, I definitely would want that more shabby chic, kind of grungy, shabby chic look for this particular one. Let me just see if I can take all these out. Theoretically, it would be easier to do this before, but like I said, you may not want something inked on a particular journal that you're going to put it in. So, you know, that's kind of a call that you need to make. If it's something you definitely would ink, then by all means ink it before you weave it all together. Sometimes these pockets are deceiving. You think they're in one place and it's on the other side. Things like that right there about fooled me. And that one did fool me. The pocket's right here. Alright, so that's real cute. Another thing that'd be cute on these is maybe putting a button on each one of those. That would be really cute. And then some lace in there. So there we go, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope that my instructions were clear enough that you can go and make a bunch of these for yourself. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll be glad to answer them for you. And I hope you guys have a great day crafting, and I will see you back soon. Until then, stay warm, stay safe. Bye.